balancing patience is one thing, because I like to move very, very quickly. People, I think, sometimes are too patient. You have to have balance when you're running your companies in any parts of your life. I'm impatient, but I move very fast. I think it's actually a value to me, because it's like, wait a second, what do you mean tomorrow? Let's do it today. People say, oh, I'll get to it, or someday. Someday leads to a town of nowhere. So it's a priority of actions, and you have to move very, very quickly. I'm impatient, but it works for me as a virtue as opposed to a negative. But again, being impatient can hurt you if you're not careful. Just move quick, plan your chart, plan your map, use your roadmap, build your goals list, and act very, very quickly. Those are what I like to talk about when I talk about patience. I don't have any, but we just like to move very, very quickly. Someday leads to a town of nowhere. That's a limiting belief system. Or, oh, it's too hard, or I can't. The second you say you can't, you're right. The second you say you can, you're right. It's instantaneous. Don't say you can't. If we said we can't go to the moon, we would have never gone to the moon. At the end of the day, people have these limiting belief systems that they've been programmed. I don't even know where they came from. Disempowering and limiting belief systems are killers. Stop saying you can't and start saying you can, and you can achieve things you never even imagined possible. The first thing I would stop doing as a limiting belief system is, someday I'm going to do it. Stop saying someday, do it now. You go nowhere. Those are two of the people have limiting beliefs that stops them dead in their tracks. They've just programmed themselves for failure. Stop doing that. Say you can, and say you're going to do it. And I'm going to do it now, not someday. I've had a lot of failures in my career. I wouldn't say that I'm grateful for any of those, but I definitely learned my lessons. I had a company many years ago, and I brought in interim management that I hadn't vetted fully, and that was a very expensive lesson. I ended up losing my company over it. So now I think that, in essence, I look back on that, I learned a lot from those mistakes, and it's changed my thought. So I always do my homework, I always do my due diligence, even on companies, but on the employees that you want to bring in, especially at the executive level. Well, I'll tell you what, for the next generation of entrepreneurs, I'd say set your sights high, dream big, and write it down. Set your goals list. People don't write things down. The power of your subconscious mind is amazing, and people don't know how to tap into that. I have 4 sons, young sons, and I'm training them, conditioning them every single day. My 12-year-old son can start his own company, and probably will, and probably run it better than most 50-year-olds, because I've conditioned him for success. But for entrepreneurs, write it down, set your goals lists, dream big and be big, and say that you can and you will achieve. The second you write down your goals, the second you write it down, it becomes real. If you say, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, you're never going to do it. Write it down in many places, and then roadmap how you're going to get there. And you will achieve, I think, almost anything you set your mind to. That's what I would set for the new entrepreneurs of the next generation.